Okay, this is my GameCube collection. Right off the bat, I've got to say I'm a bit pissed off when I look at this collection because it could have been bigger, but I traded in a lot of my games back in the day. And the GameCube is the one console I really regret doing that for, because it is one of my favourite consoles of all time. Before we get into the games, just a few accessories, only a couple. The Wavebird, £35 from Game. Quite good by today's standards for the price of controllers. This one is mint because I didn't really use it. I've never really felt the need for wireless controllers. I never see that far from the TV. This one, barely any movement in the stick. Great condition throughout. There's the attachment. Memory card. I have 5 official memory cards, the smaller 59 block ones. For some reason out of them 5 I've only got 3 boxes. I'm not sure what happened to the other 2. But they're all in good nick. Now the games, 90% of these are what I've originally bought back in the day, but there are maybe 4 or 5 I've picked up in recent years from CEX. Alright, and I'll mention how I get to it probably. First of all, Super Mario Sunshine was one of my favourite games ever back in the day. Looking back now, it is not my personal favourite Mario game. I still say Mario 64 was the better game due to what it done for the gaming industry, and just overall I think it was a better game. This still is a top game though, don't get me wrong. Metroid Prime, again, Nintendo outdone themselves. They reinvented the Metroid series here, and unfortunately I haven't played Prime 2. I was looking to get it on the Wii, I never got around to doing that, and I believe the price is ridiculous now, so I'm not sure if or when I will. Beautiful Joe 1 and 2, 2 of my favourite games on the system. I wish we had a number 3. I never played any of the spin-offs. No real reason. I wanted to, but never got around to it, and I'm not desperate to because I think these are the pinnacle. I'll absolutely love those games. Sonic Mega Collection. Played this a lot actually because I didn't actually own a Mega Drive, so it was good to actually have all these games in my own home, being able to play them. And yeah, 6-7 games. Not bad at all. Then this was released after Sonic Gems Collection. I didn't play this one as much, and looking at it I can see why the titles, obviously the main titles were on this one. This one had Sonic CD, and Sonic the Fighters and Sonic R, so this was the afterthought, I think. Incredibles, this one I actually bought for my younger brother's birthday present at the time. He's not a big gamer like me, so obviously I'll keep that now. Then Mario Smash Football. I'm a big football fan, so I wanted this in a way. I knew it wouldn't be as good as a real football game, but it was fun, and yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Smash Bros Melee. The amount of time I spent on this game, I don't even want to think about it. I wasted a hell of a lot of time playing this. Definitely my most played game on the GameCube. I haven't played it in a while, but after recent games on the Wii U, well, this was better than the Wii one, but after the recent Wii U one, it'd probably be a bit hard to go back to this, to be honest. Metal Gear Twin Snakes. again, I love this game. I believe it's not everyone likes it, but to me, I think it was a great Metal Gear, and I think it was better than the PS1 original. I think they've done a great job. Virtua Striker 2002. This one is one I've picked up in recent years. I think I had one game in it, didn't like it, but that's probably because of the age. It hasn't held up well. Probably back in the day, I would have enjoyed it. Super Monkey Ball. This was an early release. I played a fair bit of it, and I do enjoy the Monkey Ball games, and I actually feel like playing it now looking at it, but I don't think I will do, to be honest, but they are thoroughly enjoyable. Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, not great. It's not as bad, I think, as some people say, but it's not great, to be honest. Pool Paradise. These are one of the games I enjoy a game of pool now and then, whether in real life or the console, so it's a game I thought I'd enjoy for a pick up and play session, and it was. Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. This I got from a shop, Blockbusters, back in the day. This was supposed to only come with the limited edition console, but for some reason they were selling it brand new, sealed, separately. I think it was about 20 quid. So I was well pleased with that, because otherwise I don't think I would have got it. In case you didn't know, it comes with primarily it is Ocarina of Time on there. That was my main one. Majora's Mask, the original Legend of Zelda, and Zelda 2. But I mainly played it because I wanted to replay my favourite game of all time, Ocarina of Time. Then this, it's right up there with Ocarina of Time as my favourite game of all time. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I have no complaints about this game. They obviously recently re-released it on the Wii U, the HD remake, and that was pretty much perfect for me. Glad to keep the original, which also came with the Ocarina of Time again on a bonus disc. Next pile, F-Zero GX. This one I saw in CEX recently and I picked it up. It was a game I've always wanted. I loved it on N64 and the SNES. Unfortunately I haven't put too much time in this one, haven't picked it up recently, but what I played, it is very, very good, if not a little bit difficult, but I'm sure with time I'll get used to that. Do these two together. The WWE Day of Reckoning games. I used to be, or still am to an extent, a big wrestling fan. These were the two best wrestling games on Gamecube. I don't believe there was a huge amount of differences between the two. They were just as much differences as you see between the WWE games these days. Minimal differences, but both good anyway. This one was a load of pants. I just remember it being terrible. I didn't like it. The follow-up, WrestleMania 19, which was one of the games I sold, that one was more like Days of Reckoning, and I enjoyed that one. Unfortunately, I sold that, as I said, and I really regret that. But this one, it remains in the collection, but I do not like it. Starsky and Hutch, another recent pickup. Saw it in CEX very, very cheap. I thought, why not add it to collection? I haven't played that at all yet. It's an interesting game. I think I'd like to try, so I probably will at some point. Star Fox Adventures wasn't the Star Fox game everyone wanted, but still was a brilliant game, I'd say. It was a little bit like a Zelda game. Not as good, but it's still a very good game. Luigi's Mansion, the first game I played on the system, and caught me hook, line and sinker. Absolutely loved it. It wasn't quite the Mario substitute, that because I mean a Mario platformer was what everyone wanted on the system, but we got this. But no complaints here. I thought it was a very good game. 13. This is another recent pickup. This was critically acclaimed back in the day. A lot of people said how good this was. Oh yeah, no, I did try playing this recently, but for some reason the game kept freezing, and I don't think it's the disc. The disc is in pretty good nick, so I'm not sure. I think my GameCube lens might be a bit off due to age, but that's something I'll address down the line. Mario Golf Toadstool 2. Love the Mario Golf games. I think the N64 game was the one I spent the most time on, but this one was better, I think, what I remember. And if you haven't played a Mario Golf game, definitely check it out. Preferably not the 3DS one. I'll go for probably this one if possible. Soul Calibur 2, one of my favourite fighters of all time. Played this on obviously GameCube, and I had the PS2 version as well. This though was the ultimate version because GameCube graphics were better than the PS2, and this one had Link in it, so that's all the excuse you need. Animal Crossing. And that's where one of my memory cards came from. This game actually came with a memory card. There we go. Because it took up a full memory card, I believe. But this is a game that is better suited to handheld, which in later years we got, and now is primarily a handheld title. But I was never big into Animal Crossing, but pleased to have that in my collection nonetheless. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Loved Paper Mario games. The art style is the main thing that grabs me. I don't think I actually completed this. I don't remember. I think I would if I did, and I don't. Tempted to go back to that one day because this is one of the best Paper Mario games. Wave Race Blue Storm. This is another recent pickup. I played a bit. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did the N64 Wave Race. Saying that, it's not a bad game. It was an early GameCube game too. Mario Kart Double Dash. A lot of people's favourite Mario Kart. Mine, for some reason, probably is Mario Kart 64. Although, if we're being honest, Mario Kart 8 is probably the best Mario Kart they've ever done. But the rose-tinted specs like to look back and think the older games are better. And mine does remain Mario Kart 64. Universal, another recent pickup. Played it, it's not very good. This is an interesting cheap game though. I mean, you don't really get these cheap games anymore. I don't think people like to, you know, sort of take the risk and make these games. You mainly see maybe titles like this on online, a digital only game, but yeah, it's one for the collection. Twilight Princess. I liked it. I loved it back in the day, but I bought the recent HD remake on the game on the Wii U, and I couldn't really get into it that much. Not sure why. I don't think it is one of the better Zeldas, whereas I used to think it was. I don't think it is anymore. But this one is fairly rare, so I'm pleased to have this in the collection nonetheless. Resident Evil 4, one of my favourite games on the system, a game I also played on the PS2. This one was a lot better. Something about it, if I remember, the graphics were much better on the GameCube and felt more suited to the GameCube controller, but saying that, this was made with a GameCube in mind, and it came out the PS2 a lot later. And yeah, a chunk of them. Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remakes, no, ports should I say, of the PS1 games. I never owned a PS1, my uncle did, so I was pleased to get these in the collection, my own collection, to play at home myself. And the Resident Evil remake recently had the HD remastered versions on the PS4, which I own. This is where it started though, and a very, very good game. And finally, Resident Evil 0. This, I preferred this back in the day to the original remake there, but I haven't yet started this on the PS4, so I'm not sure how. I'll see if that held up in my eyes. I'll be sure to do that soon. Yes, that's my GameCube collection. As I said, I did sell quite a few back in the day. I'm not sure what games they were now. They don't spring to my mind, but I know one of them was WrestleMania 19, as I said. And now I can't think of them. But I at least had probably about 10 more. I'll try to pick some more up in the future if I can, if I see them reasonably priced. But that's it. Thank you.